Hi and welcome to Lisburn Distillery TV episode 81, the weekly roundup from around Lisburn Distillery Football Club. Coming up on today's show, we have the highlights from an extraordinary game between Lisburn Distillery and Ballymena Reserves under 20's, which was played here at New Grosvenor at the weekend. We catch up post-match with Distillery striker Nick Bita, and finally we'll be looking ahead to Lisburn Distillery's next fixture in the 2018-2019 Premier Intermediate League. First up then tonight, it's a look back at what was a memorable game here last Saturday when the Whites took on Ballymena United's under 20's team. Before the game, Distillery manager Colin Hopkins said to me that the game would either go one of two ways. It would either produce a major upset or that we would come out well on top. But was he right? And if so, which one was the correct prediction? Here's the highlights. So then, a crazy win for the Whites, which sees them comfortably move into round 3 of the Steel & Sons Cup competition. I think most of us were expecting the win, but very few would have called it to that extreme. There were many heroes in white across the park on the day, with none more so than forward Nick Beta, who racked up no less than 4 goals on the day. And after such a memorable feat, it was no surprise that we opted to speak to Nick as our player interview after the game. And here's what Nick had to say. Nick, every time we interview you, it's always 2 goals. We never get the hat-trick. Today we're having 3 goals, we've had 4 goals, so we've 2 times 2 goals. What do you make of that one?
Just was a good game. We all played well. I think the game ended up 7-8-1, so I think everyone put in a shift, and I put in a shift as well as out there to prove a point, and I think I might have proved my point there. So yeah, it's good to get a hat-trick, it's good to get 4 goals, but 1, 2, 3, any amount of goals is good, so yeah, it's good to get minutes as well.
Must be good to get it off your back. I mean, I'm sure that's at times maybe plays on you. Always get the 2 goals, then we get the 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes it does, but at the end of the day, as long as you get the win, isn't it? 1, 2 doesn't really make a difference. But we're here for just minutes and games, and just to enjoy it and really get wins and really push ourselves forward in the competition. And that's what it's all about. Just enjoy ourselves. We have a hard cup game coming up against Cliftonville, obviously on Tuesday night. By the time this show goes out, we'll probably be looking ahead to the next game, which is actually back to the league when we take on Newington here next Saturday. That's going to be another hard one. Yeah, Tuesday is going to be a hard one. It's never going to be easy going up there, especially. But we're underdogs, but we go out there and do our best, and just focus mostly on Saturday in the league against Newington. And we didn't do ourselves justice last week, but we're going to have to come and rectify that here next week. So yeah.
It is important we bounce back against Newington, as you say.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we need to bounce back and get 3 points, because this league is not going to be easy this year. So we're going to have to push for promotion here. So yeah.
Okay, Nick. Once again, well done on the hat trick.
Thank you very much.
Great to reckon that duck. Well done. Next up for the Whites, it's a return to league action with the home fixture against Newington FC, a game which, after our recent defeat by Banbridge in the league, is a must-win. Games against Newington are invariably hard to call, and this week's game will be no exception. So if you're free, why not come down and cheer Distillery on to victory? The match will be played here at New Grosvenor this Saturday, September the 1st, with kick-off in the game at 3:00pm. Ahead of that game on Saturday, supporters are reminded of our first manager's lunch of the season, which will take place from 1:00. As usual, supporters can avail of some great food on the day, as well as having the chance to hear from not only our first team management duo of Colin McAway and George O'Boyle, but also on this occasion from Irish League legend Glenn Ferguson, who played such a massive part in our winning CAS League Cup team. Supporters are advised that on this occasion, if you plan to attend, it is essential that you confirm your place no later than Wednesday, as we're only able to cater for those who have pre-booked in this instance. To reserve your place, please get in touch with Jed Irwin on the number now on your screen. So that brings us to the end of episode 81 of Lisburn Distillery TV, in what was a pretty amazing week for the Whites. As ever, thank you so much for tuning in and for your support for Lisburn Distillery Football Club. Until the next time, come on you Whites!